back, y'all. This vlog today is completely a follow-on to the last vlog I had where I was discussing foster care and just my personal journey and where I'm headed. So today we're going to be preparing a baby nook. Alrighty, let's get this party started. You see me pushing in a baby Leto crib. I'm going to leave that linked for you below. Bear in mind, the price that Amazon has it now is not the price that I paid for it. I caught it months ago and on sale. I love a good sale. Right now, I'm trying to get the rug situation figured out with this crib. I had these rugs that I had not unpacked from moving, and the jute one you see with the silver is the one that I'm going to end up going with. I tried this cream one. I just really didn't like it. I felt like it was pretty, but it wasn't going to tie everything together, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a bit. The little fur rugs you see I got at IKEA, the jute one and the cream one was from Target. The jute one I got at TJ Maxx, and the big one on the floor I actually got at a flea market, believe it or not. It was a great deal, and I can't remember where it was from, but it was at the flea market. Anyhow, I know I look strong lifting this crib up with one hand, but this is a mini crib. It's not a full-size crib. I forgot to say that, and it is really light. It is a really light crib. I'm not sure what material it's made out of, but it's very light. It is not easy to push on carpet. If you're wanting to push it on carpet, it wasn't. I mean, it looks easy, but those little wheels aren't made for carpet. I finally got my rug design down here, and I love rug layering. That's how my living room is, and I was doing this before it was a thing or a trend. When I was doing it, I thought this is kind of weird to have a few rugs stacked on top of each other, but and then a few years later, I start seeing it as a trend. My style does lend more to the quote boho style trend. I like to think of it as eclectic because I like to mix old, new, this or that, just different things that reflect what I like to see and things that just make me happy, visually pleasing things. This chair was one of those things. When I saw it at the flea market, I had to have it, and I got it. I got it at a flea market in another state, not the same place I got the big rug. I was trying to decide with this chair, which direction should it face? Like, you normally walk in and see a chair facing you in a room, but I had such a good view out that window, I could not pass it up. So with a little movement, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go unorthodox. I'm going to make this face so I can look out the window. Right here, I'm totally checking everything out. The colors are already starting to blend. They're already starting to vibe. I'm already starting to like the old meets new. The crib is a mini crib, and I purposefully got it because it has kind of an older vibe. The mattress you saw, even though you saw it briefly, it's a pebble mattress by Nook. I'll link that as well. And the pebble design on it is so that if an infant rolls over, the pebbles are raised so that air can still flow around the baby's face. This piece that I'm hanging up right here is the little leather piece I got at a estate sale, and that estate sale was back around Christmas. I'm going to go ahead and put that video up if you want to look at the things that were at that estate sale. I decided to go with an earthy type vibe, so I picked a baby blanket to hang on the wall hanging that came from Hobby Lobby, and it just has light, springy, neutral colors with little woodland animals and a light, the light booties. I also came in with a lighter throw that is a cream and green stripe in the vintage pillow. I love how this turned out. I wanted it to be earthy. I wanted it to be rich, and I thought I brought that in with the colors of the mattress, with the jute color in the rug, with the fur, and also with just that deep, ruddy red color on the chair and the wood color on the chair. The crib is its own vibe. I mean, it's just everything. The nail head design in the chair mixed with the mirror. That mirror actually goes to my dresser, but I didn't put it on there, so it just went perfectly. That pillow is vintage, and it just has more texture on top of texture. I love textiles. I wanted a vintage inspired, peaceful spot, and I think I nailed it. So right here, we are just getting this cabinet prepared for all things toddler. I really really like the Montessori style of learning, and I have some toys that are complementary to that, but mostly I just have what I have. But I definitely wanted this to be an easy access space for a toddler to be able to get their toys and yeah, really just their toys. And so I had to declutter, and what this cabinet had become is just a catch-all. I had decor items in there, I had old pictures in there, some of everything. I had kind of, in the kids' games, I had kind of started putting like the Legos, and I had 2 trucks to put in there, but I just hadn't gotten with it totally. So it was just really necessary to get everything in, get everything cleaned up and ready to go. Here is where I just wanted to get things on the other side of the cabinet unit together. I just had crazy stuff from moving stuck in here, and it needed organization. I'd like to say I really organized it, but I didn't. I just made sure to get it in some semblance of order so that I could bring over the games and things from the other cabinet. This side over here just serves as a plug-in area for our media things until I get an electrician in to get behind my TV and fix the power cord situation. So I went ahead and brought the games in, kind of got it, like I said, some semblance of order on this side. It's not like super pretty, but it is super functional, and we can find our games, and everything's locked up nicely. So that, I guess that worked out. Really, it's just kind of kicking a can down the road for a problem later. Dude Sperato here is helping me out with a cabinet lock, since there are plugs and things in this cabinet. All right, I'm sorry in advance, but I broke my tripod. Or not really in advance. It's not in advance. I'm sorry for kind of the weird low angles. I broke my tripod, so I was just making it do what it do. Thank y'all for joining me on the vlog. How have you been? What are y'all doing for springtime, spring cleaning? So y'all know when you have a toddler in the house, things can get interesting, and I realize my space is not conducive to a toddler. An infant is easy to adjust to because they just come in, they eat, sleep, wet soil, and repeat. But a toddler comes in, a ball of energy, and they need a place for their things. And so I wanted to take that cabinet and transform it from just like a catch-all. It had our games in it and different things, and then the other side just had stuff in it from when we moved, specifically the junk drawer. You saw me pull those locks out like, aha, here are my locks. So praise God that those didn't get misplaced, but when you're moving, it can just be like hectic. So we have a small community here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming along with me on my journey, that you're finding these videos helpful, and I hope that I'm just really adding value to your day. So thank you so much for your time. Hey, thank you for interacting with me in the chat. Teron Hughes, and those of you who watch. Okay, shout out to the dude Esperado I call him the dude Esperado, but he figured out how to put a child latch on this, because this is where we kind of keep our components to our media to run the TV. I was happy to find that stuff, and don't know how I put it in that cabinet when I moved in here. But anyway, I wanted to get that specific cabinet set where a toddler could come in, and a toddler or a couple of toddlers could come in and feel at home having their own little cabinet with toys in it. So just filling the cabinet with toys and books and things just on that level, on that we'll just say 0 to 2 year old level, was just really important to me, because when you welcome a child into your home, you want them to feel at home as soon as possible. One thing that I have really enjoyed is shopping my stash. And by shopping my stash, what I mean is I keep excess decor items and toys and books in storage, but some of them you can't see right here because the toys are really just in a bin, and that was what I needed to get to, was the toys. One thing with toddlers and kids in general, but really toddlers, I found is the more you put out, the more disinterested they will become quickly. So what I mean by that is, if you have a bunch of toys out, they're gonna see those bunch of toys, they're gonna play with them, they're gonna be disinterested. You go buy more things, like they're bored, all da da da. Well, really, you could just take toys and swap them in and out. So I brought up a few things and I left several things down, and then I'll just swap the toys out every few weeks. That way it seems fresh, it seems new to the toddler, but really I know I was just shopping the stash. The library is the same. The bigger kids have access to go down, pick whatever book they want, but with toddlers, I was just really looking for the harder books. I did one on The Night You Were Born is an excellent book for children who are having a foster care experience or children who have been adopted. But I went ahead and got all the board books to bring them up and go ahead and start getting this cabinet set up. I just really wanted to show y'all this toy. This Mellisa and Doug toy is so cute. I got it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not sure if they sell it. If I find it, I'll link it for you. But it is so cute. The play food that I have is Learning Resources. I will link that. It's just excellent play food, excellent tactiles for toddlers and children in pre-K. I know you see a lot of these wooden toys, and that was the stuff I was talking about with the Montessori style learning, just having more natural items. But you see I have plastic in there, and the plastic is just because it's wooden items as well as things that look as close to real as possible, and sometimes plastic really nails it more than wood. Well, it does a lot of the time, honestly. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time. Thanks again, y'all.